Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to the Fiberific live craft and chat. It is definitely one of the highlights of my week. I really look forward to Thursdays, and every now and again, it's Thursday for me here in Australia. It's 10 o'clock on Thursday mornings. I definitely look forward to it, and it's like all of a sudden it'll be like, oh my gosh, it's Thursday again. Tomorrow's Thursday. Oh no, get the banners up, get everything organized. So it is Thursday here, everybody. It could be Wednesday for you. It's Thursday for me. Good morning to everybody who is in the chat. The chat was so busy early this morning. So thank you to Freaky and John O'Brien and Kathy Breyer, and Crochet with Claire is in the house. Hello, Claire, how are you going? I'm just having a quick read through here. Everyone's having a good old chin wag. It's awesome. Good morning to Gail Smith. Hello, how's everybody going? Now, I've just realized there was one task I did not do, which was I did not update the my Patreon banner. So there were no new Patreons this week, but it will say that John's still a new Patreon. So he's kind of still new, right? Good morning to Teresa and Savage Knits. That's some names I don't know. Welcome to the live craft and chat. Stacey says, who would know what day it is? They're all blurring into one with homeschooling. Absolutely. We've actually just been popped into a hard lockdown here in Queensland, which is, southeast corner of Queensland in Australia. And so we've been in a hard lockdown for a couple of days. We'll see how long for. So my whole family's home. They're in the house. They know I'm live streaming. Doesn't mean they won't come in and ask questions, though. Actually, the reality is they're normally pretty good, truth be told. Good morning. All good here. My alarm for your chat is working out great. Fantastic. Thanks, Claire. Good morning, Deb. Good morning. Hey, Holly, how are you? So I've had a really big week here at the Fiberific HQ. Now, you probably can't tell based on what you can see, but I've done a big rearrange of my studio here. So if the audio is bad, if just let me know, because the microphone's been moved, and I actually moved the entire table down half a meter. Let's not exaggerate, Chantel. And had to rearrange all the cameras and everything, put in some extra lighting. So I am enjoying the new setup. I feel like I'm got more room. The rest of the shack still needs some work, but it's had a massive clean out and purge as well, to the point now where I have a whole second work table. It's currently got crates on it, but it will get to a point where I'll be able to do some other things over there. So that's what we're doing now. Housekeeping. We had some housekeeping. Massive orders in from Chowgoo and from Margicraft. So if you're a spinner and you needed drive bands or brake cords or like any of the little peripheral stuff, bobbins. Actually, I may not have updated the bobbins. I've got 8 new bobbins. So tons and tons of new stock in there. Heaps of cords, heaps of tips for the Chowgoos. I'm looking over here because that's where the stock is. I'm like kind of looking at it. I don't know why I'm looking at it. I can't see it. I've got it's just a blur because these glasses are for this, not for over there. So it is definitely it's definitely a work in progress in here. But this space is just how I want it, I think. You guys know me. I'm going to tweak the set. I'm going to play with things. I'm going to move stuff around. I'm going to add things. I'm going to take it away. It's what I do. I can't help myself. So we're seeing some names in here I haven't seen for a while. Stephanie Miller, it's good to see you in the chat. Bob Curran, hello. Carly Hall, good to see you in the live. Chaos Creator says I do as little housekeeping as possible. I only understand. I mean, I totally understand. My words aren't working this morning. I haven't had much good sleep the last couple of nights. Good morning to Leanne. Welcome to the chat. So everyone's having. Oh, hi, Lisby. You made it to the chat as well. You're still home, so that is, I mean, cool-ish. Cool that you're here. So, Squishmail. I got 2 lots of Squishmail. So last week we were kind of hoping they would arrive like during the live stream because that's what the tracking said. They didn't come till I think Monday. I want to say Monday. I think one came Thursday afternoon and one came Monday. Now this is the one that came Monday, and I have managed to not rip it open because I wanted to save the opening for you guys. Now, I'm not sure if you can tell, this is from Hobie. Hang on. This parcel is from Hobie. I ordered it and it arrived within, I want to say 6 days. I think 5 or 6 days. Now, I did opt for the DHL option, which is the international shipping. It was not that much. I think it was like a similar price because of what I'd ordered. Anyway, I don't know why, but I ended up going DHL. Came really fast. Who in the chat has ordered from Hobie before? So while you let me know that, I'm just gonna. I had scissors here. Oh, there they are. They're hiding. I tried to be organized today. I'm like making sure I'm keeping it the other side down because it's got my address on it. Who here has ordered from Hobie? Yeah, that was super quick shipping. Definitely super quick shipping. Yeah, considering my other parcel took like months. Okay, so I'm on my last mint slice tea, guys. My favorite tea from Tea for Talia. I'm down to, and it's like got all the, you know, the wispy bits in it. It is insane. I've got enough. I had enough just to do my standard, you know, top ups and that, but that's it. The packet in the bin, and I can't even order anymore at the moment because she's out of mint slice, so I'm gonna have to wait. Hobie is in, I want to say Denmark. It's in Denmark, and they do ship to the US. Absolutely, they ship to everywhere, I think. Game Widows is probably faster than anything coming from Melissa. Yeah, she's out of stock. She's waiting on some more of the ingredients to come in so she can make up some more. She reckons about a week. I'm like, come on, I need this tea. I'm just gonna have to settle for one of the other teas, one of the other 27 teas that I have. But this one is absolutely my favorite. No, I don't think that will work. Okay, so do we want to open the Hobie parcel? My other question for you is, what have you ordered from Hobie? So I've used Hobie yarns before. I bought them in a D-stash. I didn't buy directly from them. This is my first order directly from Hobie. And I've only ever used their cotton, I want to say twirls. Are they called twirls, or are they called something else? I could be wrong. I'm not very good with the names of things. So, because a lot of people use the cottons because they have brilliant colors and they're inexpensive and they ship quickly. But I didn't order cotton this time. I've ordered something else. So, I hope Chantal opens. All right, I'm opening the parcel. Hang on, changing cameras. Here we go. Got this one. All right, let's open this parcel up. So, and then there's a second thing. All right, there's paperwork in here. So I ordered the Cotton Merino Classic. And I ordered a sweater quantity. Oh, that's so funny. So they threw in a freebie, which was a needle case. I don't know what I was thinking. It wasn't that. So this would be like a good little replacement if your chibi case broke. Let's have a look here. Is it twist top or pull? It's a good twist top. It's actually quite thick plastic. That's pretty solid, especially for a little freebie. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. That would definitely be a good replacement if your chibis broke. Like if the chibi container broke. And I know some people have that problem. Okay. So, all right. So Cotton Merino. In what color did I order? Some sort of dark blue. Midnight blue. All right. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a little like cardigan or sweater or something. Right? But I live in Queensland and we don't need the big, thick, woolly sweaters. And I'm tossing up between one of those ones that we were looking at the other week. I'm not sure if this color is showing up the best here. I'm going to see if I can just bring it a bit closer to the camera. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is merino cotton. It is 50% wool, 50% cotton. It's mulesed-free merino. There's approximately 50-gram balls, 100 meters to a ball, so it is a good DK weight. It feels like it feels very lofty, which is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for something that that's actually very good for the color there. I mean, I know it's blurry because I've got the thing, but that's the color. There you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go big on this one and do this. Come on, camera. Focus. There we go. So that's very true to the color there. It's got some good twist. Can you see the twist? And it's quite soft. It's got a slightly because of the cotton, you can definitely feel the cotton in the handle, but it's going to make a nice chunky looking sweater, which is what I wanted, but with lightweight and with a bit lofty, a bit of airflow through it. I think this is going to work. I still haven't 100% decided on the pattern, which is why I bought so much. I bought 20 balls. The other thing I noticed was when I was putting my order in, the prices, it looks like a darker denim. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like a very dark denim. The price has changed as you added more balls. So I ended up getting it for, I got 20. Oh, they didn't put the price on there. That's just packing slip. Stink. Okay. I got 20 balls of this because most sweaters and stuff for my size, I sort of needed that 15 to 18 mark. So I popped in 20, for safety. And it also means I can do swatches without having to use the swatch skein. I know swatches and gauge is a dirty word for some of you, and I understand that. But when I'm making garments myself, for me, it's very much it's a big job, to say the least. It's a big job, and I want it to work. Now, Chaos Creator is saying here is it looks quite loosely spun, and it is fairly loosely spun. You're quite right, but that's not a bad thing as long as you know that going in. It only takes like a sort of like a little bit of untwisting to open it right out. So yeah, it's a little loosely spun, but in saying that, it doesn't look super loosely spun. Like it's not until you actually give it the untwist test that you realize how loose it is. It looks good. I'm happy with it. Lisby says one thing I noticed was that they sent a few different dye lots. Oh, let's check. 6307. They put a sticker on this one. Where's your dye lot number? These are all the same dye lot. Yeah, these are all the same dollars. Now, the thing is, if you order in batches of 10 and you get it in the sealed bag, it's generally one die lot. But because I've got the 2 bags, that's probably, it'd be nice if there was like a button that you could click to have someone check the die lots. Kathy's asking if I'm going to knit it or crochet it. I'm going to knit this one because of my size and the temperatures here. A crochet sweater is quite heavy for me. It's quite bulky and heavy. I've got a beautiful crochet jumper. I made the add-along sweater, which I love to pieces, but I can only wear it when I'm interstate. I can't wear it here. Even on our coldest day, like we had a morning here that was like 4 degrees and I was still overheating in this sweater. But yeah, it was just insane. Lisby says it was batches of 10, but still slightly different die lots. Okay. I mean, that could totally be the case, because dyeing is one of those things. But I mean, the trick is just to alternate your balls. This is an 8-ply. For Sally, who's asking, this was it's an 8-ply. I don't know if do they class it as a worsted. I can't remember if they classed it as a worsted or not. But being 50 grams to 100 meters, that's like the sweet spot for 8-ply. So yeah. And it's also very lightweight. So it's like probably a DK light worsted would be where it would sit in the scheme of things. But this, oh my gosh, I really want to start working with it. I just want to see how it works out. We'll have to have a play with that. I also like that they've gone with the mulesed free merino. So there are different ways to get mulesed free merinos. Just not mules the merinos, which is actually basically, if it's Australian merino, that's a death sentence, really, if you don't mule your standard wrinkly merinos in Australia. But they're actually breeding these other kinds of merinos here in Australia that have, like, they still have the good crimpy fibers, but their skin is less wrinkly, so they don't require the mulesing process to stop the flies from doing evil and eating them to death. So yeah, so supporting like non-mules merino is not just about like, let's not mules the merinos. There's actually different breeds of sheep coming out now, like different merino breeds coming out that don't require mulesing. So hurry up and do it. I want to make a cardigan. I need yarn choices. Don't forget your queen. I see it going away. No. My queen is right here. Look, I've got the yarn out. I'm going to work on that soon. I just wanted to do the unboxing, debagging, decanting. How many threads are in the ply? All right, hang on a second. That's a good question. We've got the end here. Let me just have a count. It's not 8. Oh, wait, actually it could be. No, it's 6. There's 6 threads, I think. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3. 5. There's 5 threads. So it's a 5-ply construction. So this is where talking the Australian yarn weight is 8-ply, right? Because back in the day, it was made using 8 strands of yarn, therefore it was 8 plies. And if you're a spinner and a yarn crafter, so I've got my trusty spinning wheel here, plies talks about the yarn construction, not about the yarn weight. So when people get upset about how in America we call it DK and in the UK they call it DK, why can't they just speak Australian? It's because 8-ply is technically wrong now. We don't make 8-ply yarn with 8 plies anymore. It can be 2, it can be 3. You can get that diameter and that wraps per inch weight of yarn using a different number of plies, so calling it by the plies is no longer correct. Now, I still call it 8-ply in my brain. It's what I grew up with. But I'm slowly converting over to DK and light worsted, which is US tends to call it more light worsted than DK. You should become an Aussie nano spinning wheel supplier. No, I don't think so. I like them, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to supply them. She will dither over picking a pack. Yeah, that's right. Kim knows me. Kim knows me. I'm going to do that for ages. I've already got it narrowed down to a few, but then I could change my mind now that I've played with the yarn. You know, who knows? So my first thing to do will be I will just knit a stockinette swatch and wash it and see what happens. That will be my first step here, to see what happens. So to see what happens with how it changes, how it blooms, what happens to it before I go making a full-on sweater. And I know a lot of people don't want to do that because they know how it's going to work. I've got no idea how it's going to work. So I will definitely knit up a swatch and I will test it, because I don't want to go to all that effort to knit this body, some sort of cardi or lacy sweater or something, and then find out that when I washed it, it grew 2 sizes. Or shrunk. I think it would be more inclined to grow than shrink because of the cotton content. But I would definitely need to swatch this one. Lisby says, but I need electric wheels. You know, in the scheme of electric wheels, I've been looking at a particular brand. Check out Daedalus electric wheels. They run basically silent. So they're like, I want to say they are the 3D little sisters. So I think they're 3D printed. They're definitely plastic. The 3D little sisters to my favorite spinning wheels, which are the Hanson spinners. I can't afford a Hanson spinner. Those things cost $2-3 grand Australian. I'm not in that market. That's not where I am for electric spinning wheels. But Deb says you could do that later. I've got no knitting needles, Deb. Don't pick on me. I'll put it away and I will move on to the next thing. Deb's picking on me. Definitely check out the Daedalus. The Daedalus ones. They've got a couple of different models, and I still haven't decided which model I want. So apparently, if I do an unboxing video, I wonder if I just shared this live stream, if that would count. We'll see. I have to share it on Facebook or Instagram. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. But if you want to order from Hobie and you want, oops, I nearly turned off the camera. If you want to order from Hobie and you want a chance to win, I think it was 10 rainbow balls. What is it? 10 skeins of their rainbow 4-ply cotton. Then you can totally go in for that draw. Will you knit or crochet the new cardi? I will knit that. Flat or in the round? Don't know. I like both. I like mattress stitching. So if I do it flat, it doesn't bother me. Jen, have an awesome day. That's such exciting news. So have an awesome day. Grandbabies on the way. How do you spell it? I don't know. Somebody type in Daedalus for me, will you? Daedalus? Daedalus? I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. Kim says, yes, edit this to make it an unboxing. I mean, I can do it. I could do it. I could, yeah. Do you know what? It could be a test run for something I want to try in the future. So we could do that. So yeah. So Sally's popped in a link for Shop Hobie. Awesome. Thank you, Sally. We did have another parcel. Oh, you're going to swatch flat or in the round? I'll probably do both, honestly. For those of you that don't know, if you are knitting something in the round and then you go and swatch for it flat, it will change how it sits. Franklin Habit has a really awesome way to save some time when swatching in the round. So it will definitely, I'll try that way. And I may even do that on camera, just to show you guys how he does it. And we'll see from there. That's it. John's got it. That's how you spell it. Daedalus. It wasn't like Daedalus. It was Daedalus. Welcome to the chat, Dino Chew Gaming. You're new. So, welcome to this yarn crafting chat that's probably not your cup of tea, but welcome anyway. So we have another parcel that arrived. Now, I've already unboxed it because that one I couldn't wait for. I just needed to open it. But would you like to see the contents of my other parcel that arrived this week? Let me know in the chat and let me know who you think it might have been from. We had lots of mail this week. I may have gone a little bit hard. I have actually more things coming. I also have a Knit Picks order on its way as well. I may have gone a little hard. A little hard. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. Hey, Freaky Geek. Did I miss the Snyder Spindle unboxing? Yes, show the other parcels. It is a Snyder Spindle unboxing, but as I said, I've already unboxed it, so I shall bring in the goods. Bring in the goods. Parcel. It's not yarn, Sally. Bub says, I love parcels. I love parcels as well. Absolutely. Parcels are the most awesomest. So I feel like saying months back, but I think it was only about a month ago, Scott Snyder had a special on his website, and he's in the US, and shipping to Australia it's not the best prices. Also, shipping from Australia to the US is not the best prices. Like, international shipping just sucks. All right, like, let's just say what it is. It's trash. So I keep an eye out for sales or deals or whatever, but I always order 2 spindles to make it worth the shipping. So I have a long time between orders usually. Usually it would have been a bit longer. I'd only just ordered a couple of spindles not that long ago, if you remember. Freaky says shipping is too much all over. I agree. Chaos Creator says it's not the pud balls. I'm guessing no. The pud balls came. They're in the fridge. We've been eating them. We're very proud of ourselves for sticking to only 1 pud ball every day or 2. So they're going to last. Tim's not stressed, which is good. I thought he'd freak out when he found out how much I spent on pud balls. Knitspin Girl said, I did so much retail therapy after Bendy got cancelled that I have no idea what's coming anymore. If the postie turns up with a live sheep, it is what it is. I love that so much. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know that feeling. Like, when the Hobie order arrived, I'm like, did I order cotton or something else from Hobie? I can't remember. Like a week ago, but because I ordered all the stuff from Hobie and all the stuff from Knit Picks on the same day, like within minutes of each other, it was one of those things. Yeah, shipping has got increased demand, but there's hardly any flights. Absolutely, because a lot of international shipping was backfilled onto passenger flights, and there's a lot less of those. Do you have any tips for spinning fine short staple on a supported spindle? I do, Dino Tree Gaming. Actually, my very, very, very first YouTube video that I feel like I'm being like punked here. I feel like this is someone we know who's just got a different handle. Anyway, it's probably not, and I'm being mean. I'm sorry. My very, very first YouTube video was me spinning like the very fine Throster's silk waist. It's basically fluff onto a supported spindle. So that's a good one for you to have a look at. There's also a support spindle beginner video in my playlist there. It's just the thumbnail is me just holding a handful of support spindles, and that's a really good one as well. I actually highly recommend that you only spin short fibers on support spindles. They really lend themselves really well to spinning on the support spindles. It just makes it so much easier. I definitely prefer, if I had a support spindle out here, I would just show you, but I don't have any out here. They're all inside. I've only got Turkish out here at the moment. I'm so sorry. Otherwise, I would literally just show you. But I hope that helps. Okay. Yeah, someone has to pay the $1 million payout to the CEO. Yeah, they should have dealt with her a bit better. Absolutely. Oh, that's right. Also, I spun that cotton directly from the seed. So there's a live stream video where I spun a cotton boll, which is very short fibers. So, yeah. Stop touching your desk. You make the camera shape. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But I have to touch my desk. I'll have to maybe check to make sure the camera and everything's all tight properly. Oh, do you know what it probably is? It's probably because I moved everything along. The table itself might be a bit, I might need to, chalk up the back legs a little because half fits on the carpet and half fits not. That's probably what it is. I'll try really hard not to touch it anymore. Freaky Geek had to go. How did you go, Freaky? That cotton from the seed was pretty awesome. That was pretty fun. Show us on a Turkish one doing its support. But I'm not, I don't want to. Give the desk a good kick and see how stable that camera is. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go into, oh look, we have this empty space. I'm touching the desk. Okay, so the first one that we got, which is this one here. It's a beautiful 32 gram. I can't even remember the wood. I remember I had to basically fight for it though, because it was in like 4 carts and there was only one of them. So it's a medium glider, which, as you guys know, is my favorite. I've got a bit of packing stuck there. And you know that Scott signs all of his spindles and puts the weight on them. So that's an awesome thing. So this is a beautiful medium that I've got here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Then I picked up the mini in the green and black just because I needed it, okay? There was no reason other than the fact that I just wanted it. It is a little tiny one. It's a 14 gram. Can you see that? There you go, 14 grams. So beautiful. Spins gorgeously. Is the darkwood one ebony? Look, just give me a second and I'll just find out what I ordered. Oh my goodness. I left the invoice inside. I only brought the spindles out. Let me think. If I go to mail and check out my emails, just bear with me, you guys. You can drool up the spindles while I okay, let's have a look. Am I coming to the right email address? Maybe not. No, I can't find it. Anyway, I'll look it up and I'll add it into the Facebook page. So if you guys watch a crash the stream, thanks, Kim. Thanks. Yeah, it is. I've turned it off now, so if the stream survived, we're still here. So woohoo! No, I can't remember exactly what I've ordered, which is unfortunate. And I should have known you would ask the question. So yeah, I'll add it into my add it into the Fiberific Fun Zone. So if you're not a member over there, where you can share and post your videos and photos so that I can see what you're doing in your craft, then I don't even know what to say to you, honestly. Anyway, so I bought these two, but because it was a sale, I bought something else. I bought one of his amazing top-down whirls, drop spindles with that cog thing, because I'll totally be able to play on the fly with this baby. Look at that artwork. It's just so beautiful. Look, I'm gonna do the thing I did before. Hang on a second. We'll go like this and then I'll cover it and it will come on camera. There you go. Sorry, my arm's a little shaky. But isn't that just beautiful? It's like, Anyway, I had to have it. But again, in true Snyder on the inside edge, we've got, I think he's etched the Snyder in, and the weights are in, so 33 grams. 33 grams for a top whirl is pretty good. They're normally so heavy, which I don't like heavy spindles. I won't use them. And I was running a risk with this one. Actually, not that much of a risk. It was written on there, but I was like, really? 30 grams? Because these two are about the same. That one's 33, I want to say. 33 and 32. So I know I like spinning on a 32 because I've used this size before. So this is, and also there's a new sheet to add to the family. I got a new little sheet. So those of you that know, Scott always throws in a little 3D printed sheet with all of his orders. So it was, what was the sale? Was it 20% off or 25% off? So, you know, I may have bought more spindles. I think he uses a laser cutter to do this. I think he mentioned it in the live. I'm not sure. This would not, I don't think this would be a laser cutter. I don't think this would be an ANC router. I don't think the router can do such fine etching as this. I could be wrong. I don't know. I just keep touching it. Which one is the easiest to spin with? Look, I'm going to be really honest, Ruth. It's going to come down to your personal preference. I know a lot of people that only spin with top and bottom whirl drop spindles. They're not my favorite to spin on. I got this one because of this art. I wanted this art. And so I sucked up my aversion for top and bottom drop spindles. Like the difference between a top and a bottom, you see how we've got our hook here at the top, and this here is at the top. That's the top whirl. If your hook is here, but this is all the way down here, that's your bottom whirl. If your hook is on the other end, it's not a bottom whirl. And some people get a little confused on that regard, but it is definitely a top whirl, this one. I personally prefer the Turkish, and I don't know why. I used to dislike Turkish. My first spindle, if I get to choose spindles in my order of preference, it is supported spindles, and I prefer the Tibetan and Russian style supported spindles. And then it comes on to the Turkish spindles. And I'm going to be really, really blunt. I like Snyder spindles because they're lightweight. Especially the gliders, they've got nice long legs and they're lightweight, okay? Not all Turkish spindles are like that. And there's other Turkish spindles that I have owned that made me think I hated Turkish spindles until a friend of mine put me onto Scott, and I was just like, oh, world changing. So yeah, and then after that is the top whirls. I definitely prefer top whirls over bottom whirls. I don't know why, I just do. I think, look, do you know what I think it could be? I think it could be that I can look at the pretty art while I'm spinning. That's what it comes down to, is just I'm really like shiny thing and watch the shiny thing. Sally has got the link in for Snyder Spindles if you want to go and check out his stuff. He did a restock this morning, I saw. I've not looked at it. I have enough spindles for now. I've got 2 like a few months back. I've got these 3. I already owned like 8. Alison is asking how I store my spindles. Do you have fancy holders? The answer is no, Alison. I am such a bad spindle mum. How I store my spindles is like that, in a basket, flat. That's it. That's how I store spindles. There's no reason for it other than the fact that I have baskets and that I can stack, because I've got limited space, so I don't really have any areas to make pretty display. I mean, I could probably put them up there and keep them on display. Now that I think about it and I'm changing everything around, I could totes do that. But yeah, that's generally how I do it. Also, that's the other thing. Yeah. The Turkish spindles give us that nice turtle at the end. So I definitely like that. Chintami says, spindles live in my project bags. They're all being used, all 7 of them. I've got a lot in use. But I've got a few now that are empty. They're naked spindles. I've got a couple of naked support spindles at the moment too, which is unusual. Ruth Young says, I've been wanting to try them. I definitely recommend trying them. The other thing is, unlike a spinning wheel, so this spinning wheel that I've got back here, I'm just going to go into my big one. This is my Susie Pro. This is like a $1,500 spinning wheel, okay? And I love it. And I think it is the best spinning wheel that you can get. And that's my personal opinion yet again. It may not be the same for you. But if you want to try spinning and you don't know if you're going to get into it, a spindle is a really good way to give it a try. It's like $40 or $50 for a good quality one. Not all spindles are created equally. Getting a cheap one can sometimes be a bad move because it may not be centered. So you see, when I was testing these out, the first thing I do is I give them a run. And if they jiggle all over the place, like from the top, I can see that it's centered. Whereas some of them shake and they're not centered, and that actually affects your yarn and affects how you feel about your spinning. So buying your spindles from a reputable dealer like Scott is always recommended. It's always recommended. Freaky says the only time that he takes his apart is to remove the finished yarn. Absolutely, and that's the case for a lot of people, I think. Kim says you could use the tool holder thing for the pegboard to hang the naked ones. I could, I think. The word enough doesn't apply to spindles, yarn, or fiber. That's true as well. I think of spindles like my spinning lollies. Because spinning wheels are so expensive and I don't buy them like all the time. Then in saying that, I am seriously looking at one of those little Daedalus electrics. But spindles are inexpensive and they don't take up room and they're perfect for taking traveling. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that. Or no, because they seem to have discontinued them. What have I missed there? Oh, here. Okay. All right. So you could use to hold a thing, but I can't because it looks like they've discontinued them. All right. I get that now. Ruth, yep. Sally popped up a link here in the chat. If you use that one, I get a little commission. Or you can just go straight to his website. Either way. And I should say, like, while I'm declaring that I do get a commission, I became a fan of Scott's well before I got my Etsy affiliate. Okay, so it's the one happened before the other, and it took me a little while to realize I could even do that. So yeah, it sounds naughty. Oh, hang on, that one disappeared. Hang on a second. It sounds naughty. Yeah, naked spindles. They've got no fluff. I took a bunch of spindles on a plane. Couldn't do that with a wheel. No, you could not. Definitely not. Now, if you are taking your spindles internationally, double check the rules. Some countries are funny about you bringing in wood. So make sure you've got a spindle that is very obviously got a finish on it. That they can, like, that it's easy for them to see that there's no borers or anything, because they could take it off you. There's that legitimate thing. Does alcohol rub help with sweaty hands? No, I find it does not. I have very, very sweaty hands, and if you've ever caught any of the videos here, I actually pause spinning while my hands cool down so I can keep spinning. I find that if I use things like alcohol rubs and like antiperspirants and things like that on my hands, they actually get worse. So I just spin a bit and take a break and let my hands cool down, spin a bit and take a break. And I also take smaller amounts of fiber. So instead of having it all like wrapped around your wrist, hang on a second, I do have a spindle here. I have a spindle basket. Let's go down. Okay, so so instead of taking like, you know, wrapping the fiber around your wrist and spinning straight off the fiber, which a lot of people do, I can't do that. I will melt and dye and then felt my very expensive fibers. What I do is I will take a small amount and up, you know, that's even quite a lot for me, but I would use that amount because this is a merino, so I'd be careful with it. Pre-draft it and then add that on. And then it's only like a small amount of fiber resting over my hand, and it's more just one section of my hands, and it's not being held in the middle. Now, when I'm taking little staples, I do tend to hold like this, and so the heat of my hand can affect it. But if I can, I do try to go over the top. And if it's really windy, it's tricky. And so I do try to spindle inside, just because of my hands get hot, and heat and fiber and perspiration equals it equals sweat, and it equals felting, you know. So it's not the best, but if you can work out ways to manage it. Sally says that talc powder helps. I probably wouldn't use talc, but maybe some corn flour might work for you. Also, corn flour will wash out really fast. It's going to come down to your own personal way to deal with things. Maybe alcohol rub will work for you. It doesn't work for me, though. I'm just having a look what's in this basket. And there is a little spindle, a little teeny tiny one that's even smaller than this one. And there's that's another medium that I'm doing ply on the fly with. This is some fiber I picked up at a camp. And then I do have a supported spindle in here, but I broke the tip, so I've got to sand it down before I use it. But this is one of my Turkish spindles that I love so much. So, and I've got bowl. I think I've got another bowl. I've got this bowl as well. 2 different styles of bowls, different timbers. I like the timber bowls. And those of you that know I won't use a metal nibbed spindle in my timber bowls. I'm just having a look here. Game Widow says a distaff might help with sweaty hands, but it does take more coordination. That's true. And I've got a little distaff and I've been practicing with it. It does definitely takes, it's definitely a different way to go. It's definitely a different way to try. I've got just a little wrist distaff, not the big long stick one. I didn't like the idea of the stick. Freaky says, I can't hold the fluff over my hands like that. They get caught on my hairs and it doesn't feel right. Yeah, I'm a little hirsute myself. Maybe not as much as you, but yeah. And I will just break off a staple and spin the staple and break off the next staple and go from there. So, yeah. Melissa's just joined. Yes, 3 new spindles, Melissa. My order arrived. If you go back, you can catch all the talk about that. Lisby's magic cup broke. Oh no! Game Widow's got a scoop. She's got 2 kids at home, so during homeschooling, it's not homeschooling. What is it? Remote learning. Oh look! For those of you worried that I wasn't going to keep working on my queen, here it is. Let's go to the big camera. Big camera time. Okay, so the queen is this wide now. And so it's hang on, where's my meter mark? There it is. 1 meter, 2 meters, and 2.5 meters thereabouts. So there we go. So that's where I'm up to with that. I'm just gonna, it's getting cumbersome to work with on a desk. Oh dear. All right. Chintami says my watch and bracelets gets in the way for my fluff. Yeah. I mean, I don't wear jewelry, so that's a big thing for me as well. I don't wear watches. I don't wear any jewelry. Game Widow says I used my Nostopini as a distaff that didn't last long. I can't imagine it would do. So yeah, all right, let's have a look here. I'm on to adding some more orange. So what are you guys all working on? I've been sitting here chatting for ages. I need you to tell me what you've been working on. Do you like the new live setup? I don't even know if you can tell the difference, but it's different for me. So please just, if you can't tell a difference, just say, yeah, it looks great. Tea's cold. Excuse me. Time to add more water. Oh, not water, but more tea. We'll just do that here. Yeah, let's do it over the top of the rug that's taken forever to work on, Chantal. Smart. So smart. Freaky says, I'm spinning fibers that I've blended for the first time. Oh, are you enjoying that? It's so much better when it's hot, honestly. Melissa says that her queen is going well. I'm so happy you pulled your queen back out, Melissa. I don't feel like I'm working by myself. I know Lisby's working on hers now. Lisby, how's your border going? I know that you were not enjoying working into your single crochet, not single, your what are they called? Slip stitches. Slip stitches. I hate working into slip stitches. Honestly, it's the worst. Here we go. Joined on. Did you change the setup? Yes, I've changed everything. Which is probably why the desk is shaking, because I've moved it and it's probably not as stable as it was, which I didn't even realize until Kim mentioned that the camera's shaking. So I'll have to get under there and get some coasters under the feet or something. Gamer Widow says, knitting on my very long socks. Sally's being the mod extraordinaire. You've got this, Sally. You've got it. Kathy likes how it's looking. Thanks, Kathy. Leonie's letting Baltic pick up on my new inkle loom. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. I'd love to see some photos when you're ready over in the fun zone. That would be fantastic, Leonie. Freaky says it's going well so far, spinning up his own blended fibers. That is awesome. Yeah, topping up the tea over your queen, because what could possibly go wrong? Absolutely. We survived. Oh my gosh. All right, so you finished the back border, but the front border is sucking and in the sin bin. Okay. All right. Oops, I missed. Hang on. Bub is spinning the white gum wool on her Snyder spindle today. Oh my gosh. How are you finding that? The white gum is insanely soft. It's so soft. I love it. I've got some white gum that's going onto a support spindle because I'm getting it super fine. Crochet looking good, but not as good as you. Oh, thanks, Claire. Life's not worth living without taking chances like that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a bit like that. I've just got to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, because you guys know the drill. I'm not allowed to show the pattern on camera. I do have the correct glasses on. See? I remembered them. I actually had both my sets of glasses out in the shack today. I'm still missing my third pair, which kind of sucks a lot because, oh, sorry, I'll move this over. Which sucks a lot because they're the ones that are been specifically designed with the longer focal point for my monitors. So I've had to do the monitor increase thing just a little, just so these glasses can pick it up a bit better. Chintami is working with some Kiviot, Cashmere, Angora, and Merino blend. It's so soft and squishy, and it drafts. Oh my gosh, it would basically be self-drafting. That's just like unbelievable. That sounds amazing, honestly. Kiviot is one of those ridiculously soft fibers. I've got, what if I don't have Kiviot. I've got Vicuna in a little box. Kiviot, I've got a blend that I got from Eggshell Bunny that she does with Kiviot in it. Is it what's it called? I can't. Tundra? I think Tundra's got Kiviot. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Yeah. Eggshell Bunny is amazing at making interesting blends. Yes, 100% does really beautiful and gorgeous blends, without a doubt. There's no denying that. Oh, goodness me. I've got 2, 4, 6. It was 6 I said before, right? You guys heard me? Yeah, 6. Oh, don't laugh with your elbows on the table. Everything shakes. Oh, my gosh. 1, 2. All right. Note to self, stabilize the table before you go live. Wow. Okay. I might just bump this light up just a little here. There you go. I'm very blue. Why am I blue? That's this, hang on. I'm very blue. I'm not this blue in real life. There's something off with the color balance. Let me just see if I can fix it. I mean, the orange looks great, but my skin does not look good. I feel like I'm dying. Oh, let's break the stream. Let's break the stream. All right, let's have a look here. We're just going to go with the auto exposure for just a second. No, let's bring that out. Oh, I'm going too dark. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. That's where we want. I've got the white balance on auto. I mean, that'll do. Okay, I look less blue now. Maybe a bit pink, but at least I don't look dead. Okay, all right. I'm probably too picky. All right. You're gonna pop a photo in the fun zone. Awesome. Unexpected power outage. Don't say that. Yeah, there's a bit more red. Look, I don't know what's worth being blue or being red. I think being blue makes me feel like I was dying on camera. And I think I would prefer having a little bit too much red than anything else, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I'm still working on my queen. See? I've been working on it through the week as well. So I've done an extra few rows. Look, not a lot, I'll be honest. But something's better than nothing, right? Add more red and you'll blend in with the blanket. Yep. Definitely. Definitely. There's got to be a middle ground somewhere, right? There has to be. If I was better at this, there'd be a middle ground where I'm not blue or red. What it is I actually set my color balance without the blanket under me, and that just messes everything up. I should have remembered. The colors around you make a difference. And if you don't have all the colors around you that you plan to have when your camera is on, it will look different. She says to herself as a mantra to remind herself to fix it later. Oh no, Lisby says, now I'm working on the front row border because you guilted me. Yeah, you work on that front row border. Sally says that if Kim was here, she'd tell you to fix it. I know, but Kim's not here. Yeah. Is it off-putting? Like, let me know if it's off-putting, and I'll try and fix it. Otherwise, I will just leave it and not muck around. So tell me what you would prefer me to do. It's getting worked on. Yeah, Sally, that's right. That's okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't. It just looks like I'm maybe a little sunburned, but I can live with that. Oh, Freaky says he didn't notice the blue as much as he's noticing the reds. Oh, all right, come on. Let's fix this. I can't deal now. You guys, I can't deal. I'm fixing it. I think my inner Kim is not helping me. All right, let's configure this. Let's play with these colors here. All righty. We would like a little more. And drop down the saturation just a smidge. Fixed. There we go. I'm less red, less blue. Sounds like your neighbor's just like. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm looking at buying some noise cancelling stuff for in the shack purely because the neighbors come and go so much, and it's very hard to record and not have that noise. Now, when I'm doing pre-records, it's different because I can run the microphone through filters and it reduces out a lot of that. But here in the live streams, I've got no options because I don't have the piece of equipment that would mean I could control that. It's just microphone into the software, into the live stream. So, yeah. I've just found my Deadpool support spindle, so working on spinning a light blue merino angora blend. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Holly says, I'm working on my niece's blanket, so I'm not even looking. Put egg cartons on the wall. This is basically like a high density foam version of egg cartons that I'm looking at. I've just got to work out how I can affix it to the wall without damaging the walls. Is the biggest thing. Yeah, that's going to be the catch. So, yes. The other thing is I'm seriously contemplating adding in a rail like that runs from one side to the other side, just outside of the shot here, and adding a sound blanket. Because that way where the door and the other window is, which are nearest to the neighbors, then that noise won't travel through there as much. So there's lots of things I could try. So, I've got ideas. I don't want to add too much on this wall. I can add some stuff around here, which would definitely help. But yeah, the problem is I'm not allowed to permanently affix anything to the walls. So I would love to build my own little shed and just custom build it and put everything up permanently. That would be amazing. Not anytime soon. Where are we? Command hooks, but without the hooks. That's basically what I'm using to hold up all the wallpaper stuff, is just the sticky bits of the command hooks. But I noticed that over time, it's actually lifted some of the paint. So I'm hoping that it will not be too noticeable. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answer to the question. Brendan's collecting egg cartons for some reason. Yeah, we've got so many. We used to collect egg cartons because we had chickens and we would be like putting them in there and giving them away. But we don't have chickens that lay eggs anymore. So we don't even know. I throw them in the bin and Tim's like, oh, we need those. I'm like, why? So, yeah. I'm feeling really positive about the Queen again. And I don't know why that is. And I don't know what changed other than the fact that I got off that chart one. That's all I really can figure out that has changed. But I also know I'm going to be going back to that chart to do, or the reverse of that chart to finish. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to get stuck again? And I really hope not. You need to get more chickens. So we've decided we're not going to get any more chickens. So, yeah. You're not working on the border, that's why. I had to make sure I wasn't touching the desk. Oh my goodness. Melissa says that she's feeling positive about her queen too and powering through. That's awesome. Do you think it's because it's a bit cold? I mean, there was times when I wasn't working on mine and it was, oops, what am I doing here? I've done that. Hang on a second. I've just got to double check. I think I botched it already, guys. Let me just check. So it's 2, then 2, then 1, then 2, 1.1, then 2, then 1, then 2. Oh, okay. I see what I've done. All right. I messed up at the repeat point. Okay. Okay, I see where I'm at. Vampire is making squares for homeless blankets. Better Half is making a baby blanket for our upcoming niece. Nice. If you don't get chickens, get llamas. I'm sure my local council might have something to say about that. Ruth is working on the Ron Strong mandala blanket. I haven't seen that one. Is that his newest? Melissa says, I am maybe not going to do the border, but maybe do a twisted fringe. I like twisted fringes. And I reckon with the amount of yarn that we have, a twisted fringe could look really good. Because it would barber pole, like every second one. It would. I think a twisted fringe might look nice. But that's a lot of twisting to do. And that's only if they're the same lengths. Like, I know some of mine, when I screwed up, some of their little tails on the other end aren't as long now. And so I'm really looking forward to just encasing them all and saying done. Can you imagine Louis with a llama? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine the photos? That'd be adorable. Either that or the llama would just kick him because they do that. You're just finishing a row of hearts. I haven't got any hearts on my queen. And I don't know if I'm going to bother. Like, I think I'm just going to stick with the chart and not confuse myself. Oh. Yeah, I can keep going. Okay, so it was 1 and 2. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's what the confusion was now. 1 and 2 and 1. Any of you working on these kinds of charts, do you mumble to yourself while you work on them? I realize I mumble a lot. And it could be off-putting. So I'm sorry if it is. So I'm definitely keen to swatch up this Hobie yarn. Yeah. I'm like feeling guilty because it's like, I'm working on my queen, but I really think I would like to swatch up the Hobie yarn. 1, 2, then 1. Sally says, I mumble to myself even when I'm not working on anything. Yeah, I do. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad. I don't mumble, but I've been known to swear. Yeah. Fair enough. Because Tim's working from home again and Abby's working from home, it's like they both feel the need to remind me that I talk to myself through the day. Like, I'll just be out here working and then I'll be talking as I walk in the door and they'll be looking around for who I'm talking to. And I'll be like, what? And they're like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, I'm just running through what I need to get done. And they're like, out loud. I'm like, yeah. And, oh no, Melissa's got to go because her interwebs are crashing. Sorry, Melissa. I hope it gets sorted soon. And keep going on your queen. You've got till midday because that's what you were going to do. So you get to sit in your chair. Just leave your headphones on with your laptop and just keep crocheting. They'll leave you alone. Trust me. Yeah, exactly right. I am sort of talking to myself. And it's one of those things, it's a little bit weird because I kind of do this a lot where I'm sitting here talking to a camera. And I think that maybe it's overflowing into my real world where I just walk around talking to myself, not expecting answers back. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a little odd. It's a little odd when you realize these things about yourself, for sure. Definitely. But I'm also reassured that some of you talk to yourselves as well and mumble to yourselves while you work. That's encouraging for me because I do sometimes just think I'm going insane. I think, yes, that's an odd thing to do. Oh my gosh, Clea has sent me a super sticker. Oh, it's a little woot avocado. Is that an avocado? That looks like a little avocado. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate that super sticker so much. Tell your family you're vlogging without the camera. You're like a vlog practice. Like, that's not weird at all. Oh my goodness. Not everyone has an internal voice. I had no idea people had internal voices. Oh, really? I remember I was reading an article earlier this week about a lady who she assumed everybody had internal voices. I definitely have an internal monologue that mumbles to me and complains. It's a grumpy one. It's not kind. So I really have to just kind of like shut it out as best I can. I'm not very good at shutting it out. Yeah. So it may seem that I'll be like, oh, is this okay? Is everything okay? And it's because my brain's going, that's trash. This is trash. Everything's trash. You should just give up. So I really appreciate it when you guys let me know it's not all a dumpster fire. Kelly says, have you never heard tell of people mentioning hearing voices all the time in their heads? Not that kind of voices. Claire doesn't have an internal voice either. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that it was I really thought everybody had one, like an internal monologue. Nikki says that my internal voice is incessant. Mine too. Lisby says my internal is a meanie poo head too. It's a constant struggle. Yeah. Wow. I wonder what the difference is. This is really interesting because, to be honest, Kelly, I assumed everybody had some sort of internal voice, whether it was kind or mean or whatever. I just assumed everyone had one, but mine's just a little bit mean. Lisby says, I'm channeling the struggle into my queen. Awesome. How do you know if you have one or not, though? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm sort of sitting here thinking, like, how do I know? I don't know the answer to that question. Like, for me, it's like if I'm wondering something or if I'm thinking about something and it's like another, like, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I wonder if this is going to work. And then something else in my brain goes, don't even, like, no, it won't. That'll be trash. Just give it a miss. Except it says that about everything. Everything's trash. Let me just look where I'm up to. I'm up to this one. I'm really curious now. Yeah, because mine's like Lisby's. It never shuts up. And that's the thing, like I'm trying to sleep and it'll be like, oh, trying to sleep, are we? You know, it's not like, you know, beauty sleep's going to do you any good or anything, like, you know, it's like, you know, you're still going to be tired tomorrow. Yeah, I saw an article about it and everyone assumes that everyone is like them, which was super interesting. And you're right, because I just assumed everybody had an inner monologue and not everybody does. So wow, that's like a little bit like a for me. Knitspin Girl says, I always have the TV on even if I'm not watching it because being alone with my inner voice is not a good thing for my mental health. Yeah. And John says, I need to have the radio on to cut into the white noise. There you go. Wow. That is very interesting. Dinochi Gaming has jumped in. My sister uses my stitch markers as earrings. Some stitch markers will look fantastic as earrings. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Definitely. Now, Leanne had a comment here. Did I catch it? Where'd it go? It might still be coming. When did you change my name? What did I give you the wrong name, Freaky? Oh, I did. I said John. Sorry, Freaky. You're right. Freaky has to have the radio on. Sorry. I think I was reading the comment that John wrote before. Sorry. No, Leanne had a comment that got flagged, and I just want to say, my daughter told me to name my mean in a voice so I can say, get lost, Kevin, you stupid. I like that. I don't know why that didn't show up over here in this other chat, but I do like that, definitely. Wow. It's hard to argue with crickets. Tea needs a top up because it is hot. Oh, Sally has got a link for anybody who is interested. How stuff works inside the mind, human brain, inner voice. Nikki says that one article that they read said some people have a visual inner thoughts rather than a voice. Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. Okay. Crochet Claire says people ask me what I'm thinking and it's usually nothing. Oh, that's rubbish. You're usually thinking about stuff. See, I run out of tea and just have to top up. But mind you, I make myself like a liter of tea. Probably 700 or 800 mils because there's this cup that I make plus a 500 ml top up bottle. Lindsay says, I wonder if I'm lacking one, and that's why I don't know how to tell if you have one. Like if you have it, you know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the end. This is such an interesting conversation, you guys. It's so not yarn craft related, but it's human related, and we're all humans, right? Like, or passing for humans. Oh, don't laugh leaning on it. I've got to fix this. Oh my goodness, I'll have to get under there with some coasters or something. What I think it is the table's got two it's got two legs, and each leg's got like a long foot, and this side of the feet's on carpet and the other side is on the lino floor. So I think it's not balanced, and I didn't realize it. Yeah, it's definitely not balanced. I have to fix it. Does anyone have dreams about crochet? Yeah, I do. And then I'll be working on a project, and in my dream, I would have kept working on it. And then when I go to pick it up, it's like, I could have sworn I was further along than this. Allison says not having one could be good because you don't have that negative speak harassing you. Yeah. But see, I also verbalize out loud. So you're saying here, I think that's why I usually verbalize out loud, because I don't have an internal voice. I verbalize out loud as well. Well, see, what it is I verbalize out loud, but my inner little meanie, it's internal. So it's the one that responds with, that's trash. Lisby says, I've been recounting queen stitches in her sleep. Oh my gosh. I get some of my best video ideas though. And like some of my best, like, you know, the Fiberific retreat came in a dream. And then I ran it past some people and they were like, yeah, that would be a good idea. I'm just double checking I'm doing the right things here. Check in the chat. Yes, keep going. So when Dino Gaming was asking about the sweaty hands, is it Dino Gaming? I don't want to get your name wrong. I'm sorry. Was asking about the sweaty hands. I get that with all my yarn crafts, not just spinning. And I do notice that I have to, what have I done here? Look at this. Can you guys see what I've done? Rather than the stitches in the right spot, I just did them wherever I wanted. Yeah, I find that when I'm crocheting, like especially big projects like this, my hands get really hot as well. So again, have a little break, let my hands cool down, and then get back going again, which is kind of weird because I get really cold hands. So it's like my palms get hot, but the back of my hands, my fingers are freezing. Leanne says that right now, most of my dreams that I can remember about moving, I'm excited but also anxious. Yeah, definitely. I have stress dreams where it's like I'm going to be doing like a big thing, and in my dreams it all just comes crashing down. John says I just slept a little while crocheting. I had about a 20-minute nap just now. Nice. That's awesome. Are you saying we're boring? See, negative straight away. John's had a nap and he feels fantastic. Dino Chew as in Pikachu. Thank you, Sally. Claire's got to bounce, got to go. Thanks for the chat. Really enjoyed it. Have a fantastic day. Thank you so much, Claire. You have an awesome day too, and I'll chat with you later. One. Lisby, that's a pretty common dream when people are stressed about stuff. Holly says that I really want to learn how to spin, but my hands always run hot, which concerns me. All it means is like when your hands run hot, mine run hot, is you just get little bits of fiber and then spin that. And then I sort of just open my hands out and just have a little, cool them down, whatever. Even have a break, have a look at your spinning, and then pick up your next bit of fluff and go for it. Don't miss out just because your hands run warm. Just you'll find workarounds, like everything. If you really want to do it, you'll find a workaround to make it work properly for you. Oh, John says, "Nah, I don't get a lot of sleep at night, and your voice is so soothing." That felt not true. And I'm under a comfy blanket. That's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes you just get to that like point where you're just toasty and you're at that perfect sleeping temperature, and your body can't help but just go, yeah, just a minute, just a little. Like, I realized I was using out in the lounge room. We had like a little cold spell a few weeks back, and I kept falling asleep on the couch, which is not something I normally do. And I realized that was because I was using my hoodie as like a little blanket, and it was getting me to that perfect temperature. And because I was like comfortable, and I was comfortable, and I get to that temperature, and then I just doze off. And it was so weird. Yes, see, John says his inner voice is like, just close your eyes. You can listen to the live with your eyes closed. Yeah, absolutely. And if you need sleep, you just need sleep, honestly. I know what that's like. I've had a couple of rough nights and I'm really looking forward to a good night's sleep, but not tonight because I've got some stuff I've got to do tonight. So, yeah, no naps today because I've got prep work for a Zoom call I'm doing tonight. So, yeah. Oh, dear. All the things that we have to get done in a day. I think like my neighbors obviously must like, because I can hear everything they say. I'm assuming they can hear everything I say. I talk to myself as I'm leaving the house, coming out to the shed, and on Tuesday night I had to come out for a call, and I'm walking out just mumbling about time zones, like stupid time zones back at work at 8 o'clock at night so I can deal with the time zone. And I'm sure I'll do it again tonight. Leanne says, would a fan on your hands work Or would that be disturbing to the fluff? It would be. It would make a mess of the fluff, honestly. John says that I'm on a comfy couch and it's 9 p.m. and you were just at that perfect temperature. Yeah, John, that just sounds like a recipe for naps to me. Awesome. So awesome. I've got to do that. That's so good. I keep missing the first one is the problem. And then I look at the chart and it's 2. And it's because I missed the last one in the repeat. The weirdest dream that I had, one time I slept and I thought that I'm spinning and I dreamed that my bobbin was full and I woke up holding my leader, but I'd not started yet. Oh, that would be so disappointing. Oh, and then you wake up tired and like, because your feet have been twitching in your sleep because you're treadling. Oh my goodness. The weirdest dream I had was sleeping and I woke up, but I really didn't because I was dreaming. It was so weird. It was such a deep sleep. I know. Oh, John's just ticking all the nap time boxes. Full belly, comfy couch, 9 p.m., warm, like tick, 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 John. Wow. Yes, I'm a bit jelly. I'm a little bit jelly because there's no naps for me. And it's not the right time of the day for me to go to bed. It's just like, no napping. Where am I up to? This one. Okay. John's like, mwahaha. Mwahaha. I don't know if we're even going to get a row done today. Honestly, it's like I can do a row in 17 minutes on my own on the couch. I timed myself sitting here 23 minutes, and I think it's because I'm in a more confined space and I kind of got to move the blankets around a bit differently, and so it takes me a bit more time. But 2 hours and we can't get one done. Sally says I may or may not have a nap later on this afternoon. I may or may not. That definitely sounds like something I'd say. It's like, I could have bought a thing today. And my husband's like, could have or did. Just don't beat around the bush. I'm like, I did, okay? I did. So, yeah. Louis is loving having everybody home because it means during live streams, he's got someone to go and harass. Apparently, Abby's teachers, because Abby's school is all on video calls, she has to bring him up to, for each one. Friday Ketchup, what are you doing in Mackay? Hi from Mackay. What are you doing there? You also work slow while conversing? Absolutely. I work slow when I'm talking with a person with me, but I work even slower when I've got to read the chat as well. So, yeah. Lindsay says, I don't remember my dreams either. I guess my brain is just the boring type. I quite often, I don't always remember my dreams. I remember some dreams, not all of them. It's been girls. I laid down for a few minutes yesterday and woke up 2 hours later not knowing what day it was. Oh, my goodness. I remember, back when I was a kid and, you'd get home from school and be exhausted or something and then have a nap. But you'd wake up and it would be just right at that point where you couldn't tell if it was early morning or late afternoon. And I'd be freaking out looking at the time like, oh, my God, it's 6:30, 6:30 here in summer is still bright sunlight. 6:30, 7 o'clock. Oh, my God, I'm going to be late for school now. I'm running around like, Mum, where's the uniform? And Mum's looking at me like, what's going on? Because she's about to serve dinner. And she's like, it's nighttime, Chantel. I'm making dinner. Calm down. Okay, I thought I slept too long. She's like, I was about to come and wake you up. It's totally fine. I'm like, oh my God. Friday Ketchup's looking after her dad. Oh, I hope he's doing okay. But yeah, no, those stress wake ups and not know what time it is. Oh my gosh, they're the worst. Absolutely the worst. I also when I've got to travel early in the morning, catch a 5 a.m. flight or something stupid like that. Not that I've done that for a while. But I never sleep well the night before because I think that I'm going to sleep through my alarm. I never sleep through my alarm. If I have an alarm set, I don't sleep through it. But I always think I'm going to. This will be the day that I sleep through the alarm, and then I just wake up and wake up and wake up. So I end up waking at I'll wake up at an hour before my alarm set. I'm like, you know what? I'm just getting up. I'm just getting up and just creep around the house very quietly, try not to wake anybody else in my house. Hang on a second. 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2. Okay, it's all good. I was just freaking out because what I've done is I've moved my markers and I've missed one. Basically, I thought I was still in the middle of a repeat, but the instructions were like, no, you need to do the thing. Actually, I just didn't see it. There it is there. It's nothing to see here. Oh my goodness. Donna Chu says, I'm recently having a sleep and not know what time it is. I thought it was day and I cook for, oh my goodness. Oh man, 24-hour watches, people. Let me know if it's morning or night. That was me when I came to retreat. Didn't sleep much the night before, worried about my alarm, and it turns out I set it for PM instead of AM. Oh my gosh, so stressful. So stressful. Oh. All right. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Now, when they said they were including a free needle case in my Hobie order, I had no idea what they were talking about. I'm sure there was a photo and I just didn't see it. But this actually really, this is like I'm squeezing this plastic. It's chunky. I would seriously add one of those in my order if it wasn't free. Like what would it be worth? Can someone let me know how much they're charging for these on their website? Like if you can buy them. It's the Hobie bottle for needles. It's called HB2012 is its SKU. That's cool. I definitely I think I would like a couple more of those next time I order. Back, what did you miss? Everything, Beersheba. You missed everything. We've had intense conversations and you missed it all. Oh no, you're ready to blow your diet baby shower cake. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Hubby came in to wake you up. I mean, because he gets up early for work. So that's a lucky thing. That's a lucky thing. Oh, goodness me. Wow. All righty. I'll be honest, my throat's a little bit sore today. I woke up with it. You know when you get that dry patch in your throat? And it's just a little tender today. I know what's caused it. So, exciting. But yeah. And I forgot to have a lozenge this morning to deal with it. All right, now I've definitely restarted the repeat. Oh, good. Beersheba says that she'll have to rewatch the Misfits later. But in good news, the lamb you drank from the bottle. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Hey, 2 Arctic Wolves, welcome to the chat. The bottle's like $3 to $4 each. Wow. I mean, that's solid. Like I'm giving that good. It's not even budging. Like I'm giving it a good squeeze. Like I think I'd have to step on it hard to break it. That would be good. Yeah. Is Chintamani in the chat? Chintamani, I would get one of these to replace your broken chibi case. Yeah. Definitely. Who told the weather it could get cold again? I saw in a feed, I can't remember where I saw it, on Facebook or something, saying, somebody forgot to tell the Westerlies that the Echo was cancelled. Oh my goodness. Did you work out your earbud issue? So, yeah, I now have a third set of earbuds. I managed to get them on sale, and I got the really good ones that I really like and that I knew were comfortable, and they're fantastic. But what I'm doing is I'm wearing 2 headbands. So one just to be on, and the second one just to cover my ears, but it sits better because it's sitting attached to the other. I need to just make a really big one. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So far he hasn't gotten one. It's been a week. So, you know. John says that my ex was a Starbucks manager. She's a morning person up before the sun. The boys take after her. My daughter is a night owl like me, so likes to sleep in. I'll never forget the boys were up one morning before I was awake enough to yell at them, and I hear Molly yell from her room, "Go back to bed, you're awake too early." Oh my goodness. Abby used to be, because my husband gets up really early and I sleep in. And Abby used to get up really crazy early, like 4:30, 5 o'clock, up until she was about 6 or 7. And then it's become progressively harder to get out of bed. Now we need like a full-on crowbar to get her out of bed anytime before lunchtime. You'll need to come back to Brisbane to thaw out. No, it's cold here too. So yeah, soz. Oh, Ruth has one of these and it holds lots of tapestry needles. Yeah, I'm thinking like I've got a broken chibis case that I was just sort of stuffing them in with the other chibis, but I don't like mixing the different chibis. And so I think this would be awesome to use as in replacement of that. Leanne says it's $235 USD for the needle case. I got this tossed in as my freebie with my order. So I mean, how much I spent, I don't know, I bought 20 balls. So I don't know. I didn't know you got freebies tossed in with Hobie. So maybe when you do your next orders, see if they toss one in. I mean, it's pretty cool. Earbud issue. My dog keeps eating my earbuds. So, and like he's not swallowing them, he just crunches it and just leaves it. So it's like crunchy. So now I just have to really make sure, because what happens is they fall out while I'm sleeping because I roll around like a rotisserie chicken. And then he finds them in the morning. And so if I get up early enough and I find it in the bed, it's fine. There's no problems. But if I'm having a little lie in, it's bad. Yeah, the dog's eating it. Sorry, Freaky. The dog's eating my earbuds or crunching them. It's not so much eating them, but just crunching them up, but making them useless. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, I was in the bathroom and I got this alert on my phone that, and I was like brushing my teeth and stuff, and I'm like toothpaste everywhere. And I'm just like yelling the dog because I got an alert that my earbud case was open. Because it's like these are the Samsung buds, so it comes all through the Samsung app. And I'm just like trying to, like, you know, when it's like something that would normally take 2 seconds to sort out, you can't. Like I'm trying to spit out toothpaste. I'm like, the dog's got my earbuds. I'm like trying to rinse my face, and I've got toothpaste everywhere. And the dog's got my earbuds. And anyway, I finally run into the bedroom, and there's the case. I just hadn't closed the lid properly. One of the earbuds wasn't nestled in properly, and the lid wasn't closed. And like, my husband's come, like he was just sitting, he was like, what were you yelling about? I'm like, I thought the dog had my earbuds, so it was nice to see you all running in to stop him. But no, I just hadn't closed the case, and it just took a little while for the alert to go through. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's a constant freaking thing now in my brain. Oh, Ruth said that she got hers as a freebie in her orders as well. Cool. Yeah. And it was just the right side too. Yeah, he's crunched 2 right earbuds. So I've got 2, I've kept them, they're still around. I've got 2 charging cases with left earbuds and 1 case with both. Yeah, I don't know if I'd spend $2. I mean, $2 US, it's a good case. Lindsay says, fun story. All right, got my cup of tea. What? I was woken Saturday at 1 a.m. by a bat in my bedroom. In a zombie-like daze, I fashioned a net out of my crafting supplies and caught it. After a few swings while wow. Oh my God. I would have just left the room and closed the door and come back to it later and just slept on the couch. That's how I'm like, oh, there's a thing. I don't want, like, it's like for me, it's like I saw a spider and I have to go and sleep on the couch. I can't sleep in the bedroom if I know there's a spider in there. My husband says I'm a baby. Oh, it's just a little spider. It's like as big as my hand. It's just a little spider. It won't eat much. That's always the thing. That won't eat much. Oh, my goodness. How are we going here? Oh, my God. We've still got tons to go. Freaky says, how did it get in? I had to run out of the house. Like into the snow. Oh, it's not winter for you guys. It's hot. Okay. Fine. Not into the snow. Into the snow makes it so much more dramatic though, right? Uh-oh, neighbors are back. Let's see how noisy it is now. No idea how it got in. It's an old farmhouse and the windows aren't great. I mean, it could be as simple as that. There's a gap and it came in. Spiders are good bugs. They eat bad bugs. And then I remembered you live in Jurassic Park. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. I'm having no luck with the no kill trap we tried to set and catch a bandicoot. Yeah, they're pretty clever. It doesn't matter what time of the year if a bat got in, I'd get out. Fair enough. Oh, that's so funny and handy for you to get an alert for your earbuds. It's Louis proof. Well, I mean, it gave me a heart attack. I'm like, what if I had been in the shower or something where it was like I didn't hear it and I didn't notice it, and then I came out of the shower and saw it, and I'm freaking out. Oh my gosh. Beersheba says we used to get micro bats in an old house. Best way to encourage them to go out was to turn on the outdoor light and open the door. Indoor lights off. Bats are cool. Bats are cool. Oh, the bandicoots ripping up your dad's lawn. You sure it's bandicoots? I woke up the other day to a huge, dead mouse in the middle of your lounge room. Would that be courtesy of your cat? That's always a fun one to wake up to. Not ever. Sorry, I'll just put that back under the camera. I'll just sit wherever I find comfortable. I mean, like, I'll go over and sit on the couch there. Like, bam, that's one way to stop me from rocking the table. Right there. Sit on the couch. Where are we at? We've got good connections. So I have a question for you all. How do you find the stream today? Like the quality of the stream and the quality of the lighting and the quality of the audio. You guys know what I'm like. I need to double check that you're happy. If there's something I can do to fix, then I'll try. I mean, I might try after the stream, but I'll definitely try. I just saw this. My dog was sleeping and I saw a mouse run by her. She just looked up at me and said, you better get a cat in here. Not my job, Bob. Yeah, dogs and mice are just like, yeah, whatever. Like, wow, that's fast. Quality's top notch. All good for you. Awesome. I'm so glad. Oh, yeah, the skin color thing was off on this camera. So we'll have a play with it. I do have to reset this one every single time we stream. It doesn't save any settings, whereas this one here, it saves settings, so it gives us a different situation. Like, it's a bit easier to save and to, you know, replicate and things like that. But yeah, this other one, every single time I have to change the settings, and same with that one. I have to check the settings on that one every time as well. Hello. So I think it's the difference between this one being like a proper camera and the other two being USBs. So yeah, That one there is the one we want. All right. It's all good for Ruth. My neighbor's dog. Oh, yuck. Yeah, so other than the skin color being off, and you didn't notice the blue because you were doing your own thing. That's cool. That's cool. Awesome. And I think sometimes we're our own worst critics, you know, like I'm like, oh, I want this to be perfect for you guys. And you guys like, yeah, it's totes fine. It's good enough. Stop worrying. Just, you know, make something. Don't worry about it. So, but I really think I would like a better quality camera for there so I don't have to keep changing it too and remembering. And then that one's one. Oh no, please tell me the baby bunny was still kicking. I don't like those stories. They stress me out. Like I get it, but I'm just like, no. Louie keeps trying to bring me the chicken alive, drags her over by her tail feathers, and she's just like, I don't want to go over there. I can hear, I was in here, what day was it? Earlier this week. And I'm working away and I'm like, what is that noise? And I come out and it's Georgie trying to drag the chicken in here. I'm like, let go of the chicken. And he lets go and she just runs straight for the chook pen. It's just like, oh my gosh. There's been no interruptions for Freaky, so that's cool. The quality for me isn't as good as usual, but I suspect it's because so many people are working, schooling from home. Yeah. The other thing to check, if your signal is not good on your end, sometimes YouTube decides what resolution you're going to get to see the live stream in. And I know from watching like other people's content that I'll be sitting there going, I know this guy streams in 1080p. You go in and you can check this little cog, check the cog and see what YouTube's serving it to you on. You can actually change that manually as well. Did you realize you just said Georgie? Oh gosh, I meant Louie. Sorry. Louie reminds us a lot of Georgie, some of his antics. So we've been talking about Georgie a lot lately. Oh, here we go. Great audio, face camera, brilliant. The top down, his skin tone looks a tad out. Yeah, we're gonna have a play with that one. So yeah, we do. Now we know. Drag backwards by its tail feathers. Kelly says that she just checked that and had to increase it. Did it make a difference for you? Sometimes you're right. Sometimes it's just bandwidth. You don't have enough, but other times it's just YouTube deciding you don't need this in full resolution. Okay. All right. It does look lower res. Okay. I'll have a play with that for next time. Yeah. Yeah, because it's definitely the colors are off for me. I'm looking at this and it's definitely the colors are off. I don't want to mess around with it anymore. Not for just a few more minutes. You've got me at 1080p. Awesome. I stream in 1080. So, yeah. So, but your internet at your location, like yours obviously can do it, John, but not everybody's can. 720 is still HD. If you're worried about data usage, or you don't need to, you're listening. If you're listening and working, you don't need the full high super duper res. So, I'm just that person that when I glance up, I want to be able to see. So it's going to have unlimited internet. So I'm just like, dudes, give me the good stuff. One dropped frame. I mean, that's nice. That's something I don't get. I used to get notified of my dropped frames on the old software, but I don't get notified. Kelly says it didn't make a difference, but the quality's okay, and I'm definitely not complaining. Cool, that's cool, Kelly. What am I doing here? I'm doing so little. I mean, do you guys rename stuff like while you're working. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I gotta do the legs here, because it's like one stitch and then a single and then another stitch, so it's like 2 legs. It's like, yeah, I've made the legs. Oh man, I do that all the time, all of the time. Man, I've just realized my feet are so cold. I had to turn the heater off because it was going insane on the microphone, and so it's getting a tad cool in here. It was all right at the start because I had the heater pumping, so it really heated up the shed. But I've turned it off because it was doing my head in because it was just so loud. Yeah. Just having a look here. No, I'm not going to play with it. I'm like, oh, I think I need to reset its focus point because that would make it sharper and crispier. But I'm not going to play with it. I'm just going to crochet. Oh, Ruth got me set on 480. There you go. That would save you a lot of data, Ruth. Vampire says, that's better. I just did up to the 720. It was down at 240 for some reason. YouTube will just give you an amount that they think will work with whatever data plan you've got or whatever. And I'll be watching someone who I know full well streams, and I'll be at 360 or 480, and I'll just be like, what? And I just bump it up. I have you at 480 and that's set in auto. Yeah. So, I mean, you've got the option to change that if you want, but if data is an issue, leave it. Like, yeah, you don't need to change it. If you're watching a tutorial or something where you really need to be able to see what they're doing, always double check that and have a look, because you might be able to increase it. They may have uploaded at a higher level quality than what YouTube's serving you. So if you're trying to watch something and it's just not quite clear enough, you can always check that. I've been known to rename a 7-into-1 decrease to strawberry because that's what they look like. Yeah. Friday Ketchup says, when I'm counting a 2x2 I mumble back, front, back, front, back, front. Yeah, absolutely. That's how I keep in track. But I don't think I've ever done a 2x2 rib and not made little mistakes of it, to the point now where my family know that that's a Chantel hat because it's got the little, it's only just like one row where it's just a little like jog, or like a little mix up. But yeah. Yeah. It's like a little purposeful mistake now. Not that it is purposeful. It's always, I want to do it right, but I just can't seem to. And then every now and again I spot it and it's so far back and I'm just like, they don't care. They're not going to worry about it. It's not going to stop them from wearing it. So I think we have post. I can hear the postie paused. Like, what is he delivering that's taken him so long? I actually think he likes Louis and he waits out there now to see if Louis is going to come running to the fence to see if he's going to come say hello for a pat. The big dogs next door don't like the postman, it sounds like. Design features. Yeah. John says, I'm going to be making a Celtic cable throw next. I imagine I'll be mumbling. I've never done cables before. I find these to be a similar feeling to when I'm doing cables, and because you get the little, the little back gills. Hang on, I'll bring that over here. Oh yeah, here we go. We've got some in the lighter color. And like with your crochet cables, I always got these, I call them little gills. And it stressed me out because I thought I was doing it wrong for so long until I found out that no, with crochet cables, the gills are there. So as long as you expect those, you'll be fine. I'm sure there's someone designing them out there that doesn't have that, but I haven't seen them yet. Celtic cable throw. That sounds amazing. Are you over your Queen adventure yet? Will you make more? I'm going to make another pencil case. I've got my Katona cotton all picked out, but I'm just trying to be good and trying to get a bit more done on this first. Once I'm done with my 2x2 rib, I'm embarking on my first knitted cable. Awesome. What are you making, Friday Ketchup? It's just a single one there. The gills get big with the big diamonds. Yeah, they do. Are you going to try the Bonnie Barker's Celtic Throw, John? Friday Ketchup is doing a beanie. I did a beanie that had just a single traveling cable through it, and it was really cute. It was called Molly's beanie, Molly's hat, or something like that. I really liked it. Yeah. I'm not going to get this finished before the baby at this rate, stupid boy. You'll get there, Lisby. You will. And, you know, like, if the baby's coming when it gets a little bit warm, they're not really going to use it straight away anyway, are they? So it's all good. You're okay. Whoops, what have I done here? I just can't count. Obviously, I'm just inventing my own section because too many singles, not enough doubles. Meg, a bad wolf girl, sits and knits. Okay. Oh, yeah, there you go. Bonnie's cable throw in tweed colors. That sounds nice. The trick with cables is using a really good round yarn. So not a yarn that'll end up sitting flat. So if you're going to make cables, don't use like a 2-ply lace weight. You want something with lots of plies in it. It makes a good, like, solid round yarn. It makes the cables really, like, pop out. They look fantastic with a round yarn. Pulling a John. You've got till the end of this month. And you've got till the end of August, is that right? And you're just on the border. Is that right? Because once you get that like into that first stitch, that'll speed everything up so much. Are you doing the patterned border or the plain border? That could also slow things down a little. You've got a worsted weight wool, that's good, but does it have like is it a good round worsted weight, or is it going to sit flat? Like, personally, this sort of thing, this worsted, I wouldn't use this for cables. It will sit too flat. Yeah. Friday Ketchup says, I'm holding my fingering weight double, so it might be shooting. It's going to definitely flatten out your cables a little, and it might, that's also going to be tricky. Like, you've really got to keep an eye on that when you're working cables. It's totally doable, but it might just make things a little bit trickier. Because of Tina's tutorials, I say whoompa when I pull the yarn through the last stitch of my queen now. Whoompa. Oh my gosh. What was that one that we were always saying from the game? Wabadoo. 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 I do that now when I'm excited about something. Tim and Abby just look at me because I'm like, wabadoo. Wabadoo. Well, set up low auntie expectations early. Oh my goodness. You think it'll flatten out eventually? Yep. And you like, it's like saying, yeah, it is. Whoompa is the same sort of feeling as wabadoo. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oops, sorry. I just hold it. Because where did I set the focus? Not there. Probably down there. I don't know. Obviously not enough. Starting a queen size Thule. I'm gonna screw it up every single time, you guys. I'm sorry. But the next blanket next week, now that you've got all the yarn, that is awesome. Wow. Freaky's finally How long ago did you boil the kettle for? You have to reboil the kettle. John says, like I imagine nurturing fibers, cottons would stay round. Seems like they have a lot more structure, if that's the thing. Yeah, look, yarn does have different structures, like we were talking about with that other cotton, the Hobie cotton yarn. It does have a different construction and different structures. And some yarns, like you know how we untwisted the yarn to see how many actual plies it had, and it had 5. If you have something that has like 6 or 8 plies, it will hold its shape better. Like an actual 4-ply, it will flatten off a little, but it can still be done if it's got enough twist in it. Tooling, I got it right. Yay! I got to get it right every now and again, right? It's got to happen. It's like even a broken watch is right twice a day. Unless it's a 24-hour clock, and then it's only once. I've just had to chop my tea up. It was getting cold. Well, my friends, it is midday. It is time to say goodbye. It has been so awesome hanging out with you all today. I've had so much fun, and thank you for your feedback on the new setup here. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to keep tweaking as I do. I'm going to play with the audio, and I'm going to deal with this. It's been an awesome day, and now I'm going to go off this afternoon. I'm going to finish working on this. I've got to watch some stuff and write some notes. I've got a class this afternoon. So not a class I'm teaching, a class I'm taking, and I've got homework I still haven't finished. So I've got to get onto that. But I had so much fun. I love these live streams, you guys. Like, I hear people talking about how, I don't live stream because it's not good for my YouTube algorithm and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, you know what? Not everything is about the YouTube algorithm. Sometimes it's about hanging out and chatting with people who like the same thing as you. It's not about getting the views and like, yeah, sure. You know what? Click the like button. Make sure you click the like button. But it's not about any of that. It's about us chatting with each other and having fun and having a laugh and understanding that people are different and understanding that we are the same in some ways as well. So I think it's been an awesome, awesome live stream today because I've had so much fun. I hope you have as well. And I will catch you all next week. I've got to get onto the right screen, but I'll see you all next week. Have a fantastic week. Keep safe. Keep your loved ones safe and enjoy your crafting time. See ya.